All right, day 3 is here, and our theme is start before you're ready. That is what our theme is. That's what it's about. As we dive into day 3 of Canva, here's what I want you to do. Go to day 1, go to day 2. Learn about Facebook portraits. Learn how to build your squares, learn how to bring your text in, learn how to bring your backgrounds in, play with your transparencies, play with the rulers, go turn those on, turn on your grid lines, look for those different things, figure out where photo edit is, figure out where gradients are, figure out where all those things are, and then make something even as simple as a motivational quote, something, take what I've done here, start before you're ready, put that on a square posting for Instagram, Facebook. Watch day 2, go schedule it on Facebook. So next week's done. Today's Tuesday. Go schedule that next Tuesday, a week from whatever day you're doing this right now. Go schedule that post. It's 40 minutes max, okay? And then you've got a whole week to work on day 3 and day 4, okay? So I'm assuming you're watching this down the road. Day 4 might not be ready for you if you're catching them live or if you're catching them the day that they release. But for anyone else that's catching them later, go get those day 3 and day 4 done after you've got something posted. Take that win forward. So with that, let's dive into Canva day 3. Here we go. Good stuff. All right. What I like about Canva is just all the stuff they have in the background, but it can actually be a little bit confusing. So tonight I'm going to walk through the kind of different areas of Canva. This is important. Now that you've made a post, now that you've scheduled it, you've got your login, some of these terms aren't as overwhelming. Now let's look at all the things you can use Canva for. The more you use it, the easier it's going to be to use. So let's go look at some stuff, because I was actually surprised by this, because I'm kind of a get in and get out kind of business owner. It's how I do everything. I need what I do. I get in to do what I need to do, and I get out. I don't spend time doing other stuff. But I missed out on a lot. So we're going to talk about this. This is your main page. And up here in the top right will be an initial for you. That's your name for your account. There's settings under there, get help, privacy policy, sign out. Tells you what email you have registered to this, which would be important, especially if you're in the live workshop with us on Zoom weekly as we're doing this live. And next to that is create a design, which we've used already in day 1 and day 2. You got a little notification if you're in the live workshop and I share design with you, you'll get a notification because you'll come over here and give me your email and I'll send it to you and you'll get a notification. And the cog. Now the cog is kind of a long version of what's over here. So it says settings. If you click settings, see how we came to the same place? If I click this, we're in settings. Let me go back. Click the Canva word. That's your home button, the Canva word. If I click James and I go to settings, I end up here. Click Canva, go back, go over here, click the cog. I end up in the same place. Cool. That's cool. 2 ways to get here. This has your account information, blah, login security, to device authentication. You're going to want that authentication app. Messaging preferences, how you'd like to be messaged. All that stuff's super important. Privacy settings. Then you have team details. I have a team. I have a couple people on that help me. I have groups. I have not set up groups yet. Billing plans, SEO, provisioning reports, permissions, additional apps. I don't have any loaded, purchase history, and then domains. And then I can manage my teams at the bottom. So that's all available in this little cog up here. So that's where you would go to change your password or something like that. And then you get out of here, not by clicking the house. It's confusing, Canva. This is confusing. Click Canva, because Canva means home, I guess, until you're home, and then Canva doesn't mean anything, but the home doesn't mean anything either, so go figure. Just remember, click Canva. All right, here we go. Now the banner in the center, that's where we're going to spend some time right now. These are all of the categories, just kind of easily in a visual sense, and there's some words, docs, whiteboards, where you can access designs or start designs with formats for those particular things. Word documents are under docs. Whiteboards are under whiteboards. Presentation shapes and those things are in presentation. So you can kind of narrow down or you can search. So both of these here in the plane, I use this a lot. There's another way to do it. We're going to cover it on day 4 next week. So right now, use 5 words to describe your design. You can start that design up there. Or you can come down here and go, well, I'm doing a document and I'd like to do a menu. And you can come down here and you can find menus. You click see all down here. So I'm at the bottom, see all. And here's all the documents that are on here. Some really nice stuff. Yeah, if you got a job where you do documents and you do some of this stuff, grab this. It just gives some thoughtmanship to what you're doing. It's brilliant. Questionnaires, consultant voice, style guide, reports, meal planner. Come on. That's super cool. Super cool. Use it for any kind of event. Back to home. Whiteboards. Now you can see this little arrow moving as I do. If you notice, all my designs are gone. That's because for you, even though it is you, it's not really for you because it doesn't exist before I was here. So another weird word that Canva uses. This is kind of your area. So if you click for you, it's everything I've worked on, I've put together, the kids have helped me with. It's all my works here, okay? So back to presentations, and it brings you all the different 16:9s, mobile first, presentation 4:3, brainstorm presentation, game presentation. There's a whole bunch of places to start with. I think before you throw the baby out with the bathwater here, just look at the designs. You can take designs like this in Canva because the copy and paste is just so easy. You can take this and put this into something that's square. You can totally copy and paste this out. Now I'm going really fast and you can't really see it. Here's an Instagram square post. We'll just do it for fun. We'll paste it in here. Look at that. I've got everything I need to take that same design right into. I'm actually going to use this on my weekly updates. It's great. I'm going to use this. Look at that. It fits perfectly on square. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Right? That's epic. So I just took that thing out of a PowerPoint, right? And I moved it over to here. And so Canva just does an excellent job at making that an option. So see, I come in here and just change the background. No, those are all ugly. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm retarded. You fill it in with whatever you want. It just grabs some colors. I'm just showing you what you can do. Do a gradient. You can make this as ugly as possible. Let's see how ugly we can make it. We can make this hideous. Oh, here's brown. Yes. As ugly as possible. But the design's there. Animation's there and everything. Isn't that cool? And if you're like, oh, I made this ugly, you can either hit the back button, highlight everything, and delete it. Done. All right. But remember, every time you create a design, you create a design. I actually really like this. And so I'm going to copy this. I am going to keep that. I have a plan for this. Completely accident. But I'm keeping this. And I'm keeping it small enough I can get all of those. Because I think I copy and paste some of these over to the other side in here and change their shape really quick and reuse this later. I love it. Okay. And they have not changed this design. So what you're seeing me do is there was no name up here. See, and up here in my little folder tab, it says Untitled Design, Instagram. Well, it's just a repeat of this. So it's a quick way to really quickly go weekly update ideas. I've been wanting to do some weekly updates, and look, it changed my little folder tab at the top. So when I go back to home, and then back for you, guess what? It's there, and it's named weekly update ideas. Pretty cool, huh? They try to make everything so easy. Get in here and you just have to use it. So moving that stuff to trash. So now we got presentations. We have podcast presentations, all kinds of stuff, fun stuff. And there's some cool pitch deck. That's pretty cool. But anytime you click something, you create a design. And so this design will now, that's a cool slide that you could use for something else. And I think that's really what I wanted to show more than anything. If you just get used to moving around in here and around the back side of Canva, you're going to find some really cool stuff that you can use for almost anything. So social media, there's a lot of stuff in social media, and what you're going to see is a lot of different formats. And so you can't get overwhelmed with the formats. That's why in day 1 and day 2, I said just start with Instagram portrait, because that will work for square. Bring those grid rulers down. That'll help you stay centered in square, both vertically and horizontally. And you can use that for both Facebook and Instagram, and it will hurt nothing. I think that's the safest design. We'll work on TikTok as well. Really one of the safest designs you can start with. And again, we're just going to do it again. Create a design. You're going to type in Instagram and portrait. There you go. See? Brings it in. That kind of rectangular, vertical rectangle. Okay? So I'm going to go back. Sorry, I really like to keep all my stuff super clean because I lose it. Okay. That's social media. So we have in here Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Facebook posts, Instagram stories, WhatsApp statuses, Facebook covers. If we have time, we're going to make a Facebook cover today. We're going to update one for my Together We Lead group. Videos. You can come in here and have some video cover art. This is great. This is all stuff that you can throw in to any posting. Really fun stuff. But you got to come in here and look at it. So if you look across the top, there's horizontal video. Oh, I didn't mean to click it. I just wanted to see more. They got me. Move to trash. Social media. We have Instagram post square, Facebook post landscape, Instagram story, WhatsApp, Facebook cover, Instagram reel, TikTok video, YouTube thumbnail. Oh, yuck. The YouTube thumbnails are the dumbest thing on the planet. YouTube intro, animated social media, YouTube banner. Come look at this stuff. Videos, all the same thing. Video collage, YouTube video, LinkedIn video, Pinterest video, slideshow video. Great stuff. And then you can have items to print. And we're going to talk about something you need to do. We're going to show you where the bleed is. If you're going to send something off to print, we will touch on that tonight. And then websites. I would not have my website on Canva right now. I'd still stay with Wix. It is far more superior and more powerful. But then look, there's a more button. Desktop wallpaper, Graph Unlimited, book cover, mind map, all this stuff. Good things. You matter. Stay focused. These are great things. Book covers, mind map, Zoom virtual background, all these things, class schedule, concept maps. But they're all different designs and different colors. You might see something that fits, and then you can copy and paste it. So this is powerful. You need to come in here and use it. With that, let's move on to, yes, I have a list, work access. All right, let's come over to home, and let's start a posting. Now, we were in our live today, and Janet asked if we would do help her with a posting, and she had some trouble with a picture. She just wanted to try and remove the fingers from it. So we're going to work through the process that we use to make this post. And I'm actually really excited about it. Got to make sure my phone's out because we're going to switch up a little bit here tonight. Actually, I'm not even sure if I have a layer for that in my studio. So let's get started. Go back to For You. And we're going to go to a square because this particular design was a square as Instagram square post. Now, what she wanted was a picture. We go to uploads because we've already uploaded it. This is her picture. And she wanted to really kind of expand this picture. And we played with the new AI. What I have found with the Canva AI and just playing with photo is it really does best when you give it the least amount of work to do, okay? And I'm going to show you some examples. So what Janet was wanting us to do was to take this photo and put a quote on it. So in order to get a quote and not cover up some of the pretty parts of the picture, we need to kind of get rid of some parts of the picture and add to it. So with that, we're going to delete this because I got it out of proportion. Upload it, stick it in the corner, hold down Shift like this. Now, we're going to click the photo to where you can highlight it. We're going to come up here, right by flip and edit photo. Okay, see that? Edit photo. Now, the Pro version has a few things available to it, and that's these AI tools. Background remover, magic eraser, magic expand, magic edit. And we kind of played with these, and they weren't very effective, but I'm at least going to show you what they do because they are cool, and they did get us out of a bind, and in the heat of the moment, we could have made a post and moved on and not gotten sucked into all the perfectionism, okay? I did that off camera. Here is magic expand. Let's play with that. So then when you click expand, you can click what you want it to do. We're going to go ahead and click whole page. And we're going to hit magic expand. And the AI within Canva is just going to do its thing. And it's going to add to this picture. Now, it never comes out the same way twice. We might actually get one that is epic. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, please. Yeah, look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, they don't always turn out cool. See, that one's a little blotchy over there. I don't know what it's doing. The second flower is kind of cool, actually. And that one's blotchy. I don't like that one. But this one turned out really well. It kind of looks like somebody smeared a paintbrush back there. But if we put a quote in here and we put an element over the top of it, you really won't see that. So the idea here is, how can she take this picture and make it work? Well, that is one way. We're going to go back. I think I actually have to delete the photo now. Nope, I don't. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to edit photo. And we're going to try magic grab. And there's no subject in here to grab that picture. And it's really frustrating because it should be able to grab the picture. Now, I'm going to do something here. Problem is, her fingers are touching this, and just the way they're wrapped around the finger, it doesn't want to grab just the flower. And so, can I go back to that AI? I really like that AI. I'm kind of actually disappointed. So what we had to do in this particular case for Janet is I had to make an adjustment to the picture off screen to get it to work 100%. But I'm going to show you some of the stuff you can use in here. So there's Magic Eraser, and we're going to try this. Canva's come a long ways with this technology, okay? And I don't want it to be negative towards Canva, and I want you to get started. And, you know, then you're going to be like, well, why do I learn Canva? Photoshop's better. Because for 99% of it, Photoshop is just slower. I mean, you want to talk about a nightmare of learning a software. You gotta be pretty committed. And it's not bad. Now see, there's the problem. When you let off the tool to go do the small stuff, it doesn't give you a chance to do that. So I can't get rid of all the finger. I can't come in here and see. It gives her little radish fingers every time. And I checked with Janet, and she doesn't actually have radish fingers. She's very relieved to find out those are not her fingers. Looks like I had my 4-year-old just attack it with watercolors. Let's see what happens. Gosh. Okay. Magic grab now. See what happens. No subject. Isn't that a bummer? Magic edit. So we're going to go back, and we're going to do this magic eraser again. We're going to change the brush size down to pretty disappointed how this turns out on Canva. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'm struggling with this to show you, if it's a small thing like street lights and stuff, this stuff works great. You're asking a lot for it right now. Let's see what it does. And I'm doing this live on the video because this is really what we did live in the workshop. And it's just ugly, and we couldn't get it to work. But the expansion over there was really good, you know? Like what it did over here, this magic expand, they've got that down. I think that looked absolutely spectacular. Every time I do it, it looks really good. A little different, but man, it looks good. So what I did is I took it out, and I did have a better selection tool on Photoshop, and I pulled her fingers out in Photoshop. So look at that. That's not terrible. It's not a favorite. The other one was better. See that? See how the other one was better? That one's still not better. The first one we did was better. I think what happens is it second guesses itself. If you do it again, another radish finger up there in the, oh, should die of radish finger something. Move to trash. All right, we'll go do another one. Instagram square. All right. So now that we're done kind of messing around with it, you just have to come in here. We're going to go back to uploads because I uploaded it. I went ahead and removed her finger in Photoshop. Okay? Because even Photoshop, it took a while, and it turned it into some red thing down there. I don't know what her fingers turned into. Something. But whatever. But we're going to go ahead and use the AI to expand this picture. So hopefully we get a good one this time. Are you ready? All right. We're going to go to select the photo edit, and then we're going to go ahead and do magic expand. Whole page. And while I'm working on that, see, it's going slower now. I think sometimes it second guesses itself. That's not terrible, but that's not good either. No? Oh man, the fence one, we should, kind of boring. Generate new results. I had one I did for my son and his fiance. It added a third person in there. It was like the Jason mask, or it really wasn't that, but it was weird. His face was all like weird. Put a third person in there. That's actually pretty cool. That actually looks, compared to what you can get, that looks pretty stinking good. That's a mess. That looks good. I like the contrast of that leaf. That looks good. I don't like it, but see, it's going to be covered up. Like that wilted leaf is something you would see in the real world. I just don't like that leaf. We're going to click it one more time, round robin, see what happens. I think we can't go backwards because we didn't select anything. And this is just it. You just got to play with it. This is why you go do day 1 and day 2 and get something posted, get it scheduled, get some confidence, and then come do this stuff because you got a little time to breathe. We are going to just have to pick one. Bummer. Oh, man. Oh, we're going to keep it. I know. It's not what I want to do either. We're going to keep it. Should have kept the other one. So what I did, and I don't know if I can grab it. I'm actually going to pause the recording really quick. Let's see here. There's another video source. that I can add into this video. Hold on here. Let's see what I can do. Nope. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm adjusting my stuff live. Listen, I can do a lot of things, and I have a lot of fun doing things. I am not a video editor. All right, let's look at this picture. I'm going to try and blow it up right now. Oh, look at that. I hope this works. I hope this works. So this is my phone. Okay, so that's the original picture from Janet. That's it right there. Okay, so you can see this is the video. This is the one edited by Photoshop. I'm going to click that little flower, and I'm going to hold down my finger. See that little movement? I'm going to show you again. I held that down. You see that little movement? You can do this with all kinds of pictures. See, Canva's AI couldn't do this, but the iPhone can. So I'm going to click it. I'll let go. So you hold it through that little animation. So you go all the way through. I let go, share. Now I'm going to send it to my MacBook. Okay, cool. Now, let's close this out. I got rid of that completely. Sweet. Did that on the fly too. I'm pretty excited about that. So here it comes. There is what I just sent myself. It grabbed that leaf. So now look it. It's the same leaf. Now we can take this picture because, you know, it's kind of borderline anyway. Edit photo. This is the main picture in the background, not the new leaf. See that? And we're going to go ahead and go for that aperture look. And we're going to go whole image. And we're going to blur it. We don't want to blur it so bad that it's ugly. We want to make it look like you really focus on the leaf. Excellent. Blur. Now our other picture's on top, and we're just going to move it to the very far up as we can. How cool is that? So now we've got the aperture look over here, and we've got the leaf over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the original design, because I just want the quote, so we can get done a little quicker tonight. I'm going to bring them in here, paste them in. Okay. So this is the Tennessee Williams quote that she wanted to put in here, because it's a 5-leaf clover, and it's super cool, right? Now look at this. See how the leaf kind of goes behind that? We're going to go up to position, layers, and we are going to go ahead and move that leaf on the front of that. Anytime you can tuck things in like that, you want to do it. It just gives a depth that you can't get anywhere else. Now look at that. So what is all of this? Okay, now that it's here and I don't have to retype it, let's look at what it is. I'm going to move this out of the way because we can't break it. This is just an element. So let's delete it and let's look at what we did. I went over to elements because you can't just put the words in here. See how it kind of gets lost in the background? And you would have to go to this picture, go to photo edit. And if I blurred that enough that it was kind of readable, I'd ruin it. It's better than nothing. Don't get me wrong. Looks better than I thought it would. And there you go. I contradict myself. We're going to go ahead and leave it that blurry. Okay. We're going to go over here to recently used and our shapes, and we're going to grab the one with the circle edges. Okay. And that's all I did. I brought it up here and I brought it to the width of the words, and I brought it down to include Tennessee Williams. Okay. And then I colored it a color to match. And the AI or Canva, however you want to call it, kind of knows what colors in the picture, and it gives you some. Look at it, gives you some greens to choose from. I chose the darkest green, that one. It actually looks a little different in this one just because I think the AI sometimes grabs it differently. That one's more of an ugly green. And then I just went up here to transparency, and I just brought that transparency down and just kind of set that apart. Now, here's what you can do with elements and these shapes. If you go up here, you highlight that shape, not the words, shape. See these little lines up here? We've gone up here and done color a lot. We've done color a lot. But let's look at this, like that. These little lines up here next to color. Here's your border weight. You can put border. You can adjust the rounding on the corners. And that's all I did to finish off the design. I changed the rounding of the corners to just a little, they fit better the tightness of this rectangle. And I went back up and I added a border. Now, I'm going to go back and change this to green so you can see exactly what I added. We're going to make it a little bit brighter green this time so it's a little more visible when I'm changing. And I just add a little bit of a border to it. That's it. Took this, took my position, moved it above the square. So a little bit of it's out there a little bit. And that's it. That is absolutely it. I kind of liked it when this was all black. If you like the all black, you can still do the all black. Absolutely. You can do whatever you want. I like that. Now that I've seen the picture blurred, I think I was down here a little bit in the original. That looks good. You literally can't mess it up. You just have to get in here and play with it. All right. That ended her posting. So what have we done? We went in and made a squared post. Okay. Then we brought in a picture and we used AI to edit it. And really, it's just an exercise of getting used to editing photos. So get a photo, upload it for Canva for day 3. This is really what I really want you to do. Poke around in your menus across the top, and then we put her handle. If you create something like this, put your handle on it. This is her Crystal Creek Healing. Put that on there. And you can go there and you can see it live. That's the one she chose. Let's go back. All right, so that kind of ends the video editing section. I'd like you to upload a video to Canva, make any size of posting that you want to make. Just pick one randomly, maybe pick one you haven't done before. If you've done Instagrams, do a wide Facebook, do a wide something else, and just kind of get used to that format. Bring a picture in, play with some of those tools, play with the blur, play with the filters. Just dive into there. So I can show you on the screen one more time here. You can come up here to the picture and edit photo. There's all these effects in here. Click those, play with those different effects. I mean, they don't look that great on this picture, but there are a lot of things you can do with pictures from these filters. Add filters. I use filters a lot to get different kind of different. Oh, excuse me. Whoops. Add classic black and white. Any of those types of things are all up here. Play with those, try those, get used to those. They're a big deal. And a lot of fun stuff in there. So homework for this week, day 3, is to get a picture into Canva and play with some different stuff. Try those. If you have the pro version, try the AI tools. Try removing something. Play with those things a couple times and try to make a post. So that concludes day 3. Again, upload a picture, start playing with the different edit functions that you can find. Edit photo, play with transparency, bring some text in, overlay it. There's a lot of tools that we covered in day 3, just getting familiar with the post. And that's really what all of this is about. Just getting into Canva, seeing some of the tools that are available and going, okay, let me try that. Let me try this. Let me try that. Get your first post done and get it scheduled on Facebook, and then come back and be ready for the next video. So we'll see you guys on day 4. Thanks again.